Welcome to a new YouTube channel. In this series, we are going to be recreating food by famous YouTubers that deal with food. So today, I thought it'd be a great one to start off with his Bingings with Babish's chimichangas. And I'm really excited to recreate these, so let's get into it, the Broke Boy edition of Binging with Babish's chimichangas. Going and watching his video first to see what changes I make to the recipe. So yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, link in the description, give it a watch. It's a great video, I promise. I get a lot of my recipes from him. It's a great source to get your cooking context from. So, if you guys have any other recipes you want me to do from him or anybody else, drop them in the comments and I will get to them. Just like that, bald man, I am also making chicken just to keep it even more accurate. I will be making homemade taco seasoning, but not as fancy as his, because I'm broke, like I said, and lazy. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I adjust the taco seasoning and the sauce to still make a sauce without that water and the whole chilies that he uses in his video. So yeah, should be really good, and let's get started by blending the sauce together. So I have a little blender here, and to make this sauce, you're going to add a little, oh god. Gonna add some chicken stock that you're gonna try not to spill everywhere. About, that much is an eyeball. Just mop that up. Nothing to see here. Just next, you're gonna take maybe half a can of drained tomatoes, diced. Usually you would use whole, but we didn't have whole, so diced is fine. So add like half a can. That's good. That's probably too much. Whatever. Next, you want to do a taco seasoning, which consists of a large amount of chili powder, and then even parts everything else. So what this recipe is basically 2 parts chili powder to 1 part everything else I show you. So I'm gonna go tablespoons. If I want to adjust it from there, I can. So yeah, I'll tell you if I do adjust it a little bit. So let's get into this. 1 tablespoon chili powder, half a teaspoon red chili flake, and another half teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of oregano. Get in there. Another half tablespoon of onion powder, another half tablespoon of garlic powder, an eyeball about of freshly ground black pepper. So I'll get right back once I have all the seasoning ready to go, and then we're going to put it in the blender, and then we're going to blitz it up until all homogeneous, and then I'll show you the next step. Almost forgot, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, my bad. You don't really need to mix this, but I am, since, I just do, because you're going to add it to a blender anyway. So I'm going to give this a quick mix, and then we're going to add it to the blender. Now just add your seasoning mixture to that chicken broth and diced tomatoes. And then give this a couple of blitzes, and then if it needs something more, you could always add to it, but you can't take away. So recommend being on the safe side and not wanting to go back and remove stuff. So I'm gonna give this a couple of blitzes and then taste it and see what it needs. If it doesn't need anything, then we'll get on to the next step. It's dripping. That wasn't really a blitz, but I think it worked. That actually tastes really good. I'm happy with it. So yeah, I think that tastes really good. I may go back and add a little bit of... But yeah, it tastes really good. You can taste those tomatoes and that chicken broth. So let's move on to the next step, which is searing chicken. Next, you want to add some olive oil to a pan over medium-high heat. So let's just... couple splashes of that, and then we're gonna sear our chicken once this pan gets good and hot. So yeah, let's get a good sear on this chicken, and then we're gonna lower the temperature down to a simmer. So I'll get back to you once this chicken has seared off. Clarified, I can see that really well. boneless chicken thighs. Should be absolutely perfect. That's what Benjamin used in his video, and I'm just gonna repeat that. I don't want to change it up too much. So once that pan gets good and hot, we'll nestle these suckers in there, then get a good sear on them. So yeah, should be good. Guys, while I'm laying this chicken on, you guys don't really need to do anything to season this chicken. Because once these guys sear, we're going to let it simmer in that sauce that we just made. So don't worry about seasoning these guys too much. I'm actually not putting anything on these at all. Got a little olive oil in the pan. So yeah, I'm going to time-lapse these things searing. Hopefully, if not, then I didn't. So yeah, I'm going to time-lapse these things cooking and be right back once they have all seared off. Good and seared, you're going to add your seasoning to them and then put them down for a 2 to 3 hour simmer, and then we're going to get ready to shred, and I'll show you the next step after that. So I'm going to go ahead and add this seasoning, and yeah, and then put these guys over the lid to simmer for a good long while. So I actually ended up transferring this to a smaller pan just so that chicken can be covered around halfway. On the taller pieces, it's not quite that, but it's still around halfway on most of the pieces of chicken. So now what I'm going to do is put it on low and let this sucker simmer for 2 to 3 hours and get that chicken nice and tender. So yeah, I'm going to go throw a lid on this and then just let it take a nice little nap for 2 to 3 hours. And I'll see you back then for the assembly of the chimichangas. I'm going to turn this occasionally. I'll probably end up turning it every 30 minutes or so. So yeah, I'm just going to let this take a long 2 to 3 hour nap and then be right back. Let the chicken simmer for 3 hours. You're going to take 2 forks and just start shredding the chicken up until it's good, fine, and shredded. And then after that, we're going to start putting it in our tortillas and then dressing up our chimichangas. So, I'm going to get to shredding. Chicken all shredded up into nice little shards of chicken. So now, I'm going to go and I'm going to get my burrito assembly together, and I'll show you how to assemble your chimichangas for the deep fryer. Since I can't really show you how to roll chimichangas, just trust me, I can't. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of describe the process to you. So first of all, what you're going to want to do is you're going to get everybody's orders in your families for what they want on their chimichangas. Our options tonight are refried beans or fried rice or both. So what you're going to do is put a nice healthy pile of chicken on a tortilla, and then you're going to want to put some rice on it, if they want rice, or refried beans, or both. You're going to want to put some cheese on it, and then you're going to want to roll it like any normal burrito. And then before you're done, you're going to want to put this slurry on the edge of the burrito where you're rolling it up, so that way the burrito sticks together. Now what this slurry is it's 3 parts water to 1 part flour. So what this does, it kind of acts like a glue to keep that tortilla closed when it's deep frying. So I'm going to get these suckers rolled. I'll show you what they look like when I'm rolled. I'm sorry I can't show you the rolling process. Like I said, go look at Binging with Babish's video. He shows you how to do it. It's just really hard to do from me. It's just really hard to do from a chair. So yeah, I'm going to help my family help me get these things rolled, and then we will deep fry them. And I'll definitely show you that. So, be right back with the finished products of the burritos. Chimichanga burrito thing. Technically, they're still burritos. They're not chimichangas until they're fried. Alright, so I have my chimichangas right here. As you can see, all rolled up, thanks to my mom who's behind me. So yeah, she just rolled them out. I'm sorry I couldn't film it. It's really hard to do from a chair. What if I could? But right now, we're going to get these in some 350-degree oil in a pan that's been heating up. So yeah, it's going to be 2 minutes on one side and then like a minute and a half on the other. So once we get these suckered fried up, I think I'm gonna time lapse the process. Should be really quick though, and then I'll show you the final result. So guys, this is what the final product was looking like. If you were laughing at me during that time lapse, I can't blame you. I did not fry these well at all. I fucked up so many times. I think the initial one, I like flipped it, but then it made me splash, so then I got all out of whack, and my hand burnt, and then I think somewhere in there, I laid one towards me, which if you don't know anything about frying, that is the cardinal sin. But overall, they do look amazing, and I did end up finishing them all, even though that frying time lapse looked awful. They do look pretty damn spicy, if you know what I mean. So, thank you for watching, and yeah, I think these are going to turn out really good. I'm going to go plate these up and do a little cross-section on one and show you what it looks like on a cross-section and give you a little taste test. I don't think this does it justice. Like, oh, I'm ready to take a bite. I'll tell you what, I'm so excited. That is so good. Chicken, moist, shell, crunchy. Oh, it's so good. I cannot wait to go destroy this. It is so good. You guys need to try this recipe. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So yeah, it's so good. Totally recommend you try it. Guys, thank you for watching. First video. Hopefully the content gets better from here on out. So yeah, I'm really excited and I hope you enjoy.